heading bottom, as is the Sumail Faceless Void. Always on a fly. He's here for
Is he gonna die again? Disruption?
Looks like it. Disruption into Bloodright. They've got the Breathe Fire. Dual Breath. Not Breathe Fire. Mid one's just gonna walk this one down and get the first blood.
30 seconds to battle.
He died every single time for the first blood in the series before the Horn.
125 pure damage, and it's set up like, with this disruption perfectly. Very difficult for this top lane now for FTM. Oh, mid one. Trying to face off this Iceberg with a Fairy Fire. Top lane, they're trying to kill off the Undying. Mid one's about to fall mid lane. Iceberg, he does get the kill. Barely survives and swaps the salve in now so he can heal, while top lane, always want to fly, survives behind the tier 1. Aloha Dance Rubik coming into mid lane. The blink in from Iceberg. Lift him up. Sonic Wave's ready for Iceberg as they drop the tombstone down and clear up mid one. Sumail, though, arriving with a time lapse. Looking for the bash. It's going to come, of course it will. Sumail with that rotation, finding the trade back, and Queen of Pain feels like a much more high priority target than the DK. With the Chrono on the Undying, they want the bonus kill. Always want to fly with the Decay and the stick. Is not going to finish. Not going to allow him to survive.
That Chronosphere, I believe... Chronosphere. It's hard to take a fight. Like, I think the perfect examples is Jakiro as a hero who has 2 zoning tools, Ice Bat and Macropire.
Oh, disruption
Green
into
Chrono.
the Bloodright. They've got the silence on Iceberg. The damage not quite enough unless they get a bash here, but Sumail doesn't catch it. Saxa will fall thanks to that stolen Chrono from the Rubik earlier on in the fight, but General has fallen to mid one. And in comes Sam with another Bloodright. Nice Ice Path again, setting up beautifully for a kill on Rubik.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I want to hear a dad joke, Gary.
Structures are fortified.
Always, Lacoste.
What do you
Only if
call...
you tell it.
They spread on the map. Keep farming.
And they've got this Blink, Dragon Tail, mid one DK now. Iceberg straight in on top of No Tail. Turn with the Ice Path, catching the Queen of Pain, Macropire there. The Dragon Tail a little slow as mid one, I think he had it on cooldown, but Sumail bash straight off the bat onto Iceberg. He's going to need a time walk out of here though, it feels like. As always when a fly turns the fight. General ruptured up. Blood right down from Seb, and the Bloodseeker, he's running rampant now. Very speedy little Bloodseeker boy. Telekinesis from Aloha Dance, it does stop them for a second, but General is still stuck here. He's Shikuchi'd back, time lapses into the disruption from Saxa, and what do they got? Mid one Dragon Tail not going to come, they don't have reveals, so the Shikuchi from Weaver. General has been doing a great job splitting the attention of OG. Sumail TP's top of the defend tower, and this might be a chance for FTM to come out of their shell a little bit. Undying getting destroyed though. OG find the first strike. Iceberg and V-Tune, they were just behind the Undying looking for a proper fight to kick off. But OG, look at how tight OG are. They have 4 heroes literally just like the human centipede walking up to the high ground, banish into Soul. Yeah, they've got it. Blood right there for the silence. Nice little catch on Weaver, but the Sonic Wave is better from Iceberg. Ice Path comes out from the Rubik as it's stolen and killing off Seb and Saxa. Drag up the DK, but what's the stun remaining now? It's a Dragon Tail from DK onto DK. As Morphling waveforms forward, and that's going to be the end of mid one.
It's a very nice executed draft. Take a fight, but Faceless Void's not that hero. Like, you are relying on the Chronosphere to take a fight and then go for objectives.
And they find Rubik behind the tier 2. FTM drop the tombstone and a time walk out saves the Rubik. They kill Sumail straight off the bat with that E-Blade. Focusing tombstone, mid one's here trapped in the middle of 3, and FTM with a double kill on V-Tune, they are finding their stride. 4 in a row, chasing now onto the final hero. They want the team wipe, but I don't think they're going to get it. Seb is incredibly speedy.
Bounty rune spawning, that's another good fight.
I mean, what is that now? Like an 8-second duration on the silence. OG sticking around mid, but the Dire Scan does catch a glimpse of them. They've jumped onto the Queen of Pain with a chain stuns from Dragon Tail Ice Path. A bit of heal there and a BKB. Iceberg gets himself out, but a 2-man Chrono. Sumail, it's been stolen by Aloha Dance, who pops it down onto 2 of OG, the DK, BKB, and Seb stuck inside. As Sumail TPing out, they finish off mid one with a Sonic Wave, and Seb, they're chasing forward. Bloodseeker, TP, cancelled by V-Tune, stun him up with the Adaptive Strike, and finish him with that E-Blade. Immediately, lines drawn on the map, and they smoke up They want more.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
As Roshan is a fast spawn, he is up. OG smoke themselves, as they know FTM are lurking around in the area somewhere. Smoke popped from the tree line. They jump the morph, but he's got his strength morph off. As the Bloodright Ice Path do land on V-Tune, he's been time-lapsed back to about half HP. Now the turn with a Tombstone and a good Sonic Wave. They kill off the Radiant Courier as mid-one's BKB trying to defeat the Tombstone, but the lift onto Sumail is getting blown up before he gets his BKB off. Finally, Satanic healing through it all as they take down Iceberg's Queen of Pain. So close to killing off that Faceless Void, but Always Wanna Fly will be the second one to die here as FTM losing out in that team fight. V-Tune bailed on it.
Tiny bit to finish off that Faceless Void. Seems like they still want to take this fight. Queen of Pain has buyback. Who's controlling the outpost? It's Radiant.
Oh, they've got the stun though. Talent's back. V-Tune kept alive by General. They jump in and kill off Seb, but the Chrono down and Morphling, the Soul Catcher, annihilating his
Big
HP
Chrono.
pool. He might have to buy back now. The Queen of Pain did come back into the fight. She has Sonic Wave ready, but she couldn't TP to Outpost. You were absolutely right, there's nothing here for Iceberg to move towards, and they've lost 3 heroes in a row, buying back on all of them, as General slain with no buyback on him.
Needs 10 gold for buyback.
With a massive team fight victory, V-Tune sprinting forward with a time dilation, not just about catching onto mid one. Disruption. Bloodright, Dragon Tail not coming, V-Tune BKBs chasing mid one with the bashes now, Always Wanna Fly, he's in the midst of it all, Alohadas does time-lapse back. Sumail focuses down the Undying, who buys back himself, but it's the Morphling with the Ice Path Macro Player. OG, they catch them both with No Tail Jakiro. Sumail, he needs to get on a target. He's being dropped low with a Sonic Wave for like the 4th time this fight. Iceberg, the Aghanim Scepter, paying off dividends, and V-Tune with a double kill. FTM somehow drag the fight out long enough that OG do not have the buybacks or enough gas left in the tank, and trying to backstab. But FTM have the high ground hold.
They have the gem on top of that bait.
Dragon Tail onto Rubik. Nice time lapse back, time dilation. Does catch out Sumail with a stun there. He's being disabled pretty consistently, but he's going to time walk over to the right-hand side. Weaver and Rubik caught in the Chrono as V-Tune focuses down the mid one DK, who was focusing down the Tombstone, but the disruption saves mid one. Sumail and Sep still looking for targets to jump on. 2 supports down on FTM as the DK buys back, and the Queen of Pain has to blink away. V-Tune does still have the Aegis, but now he's been isolated. The Morphling in Faceless Void mode is trapped all alone, tries to go for the waveform TP. They've killed off Iceberg now as the Morphling escapes. General Weaver retreating also. Sure death.
60 seconds without Queen of Pain. Are they going for tier 4s? Yeah. Blood Rage. It's just huge amount of damage.
Dragon form's ready for mid one. They jump Sumail. Time walk away, that E-Blade damage, and a time-lapse back. The
Aegis is gone in a
kept
second.
alive. They do lose the Aegis in a second, and Tombstone focused down by Sumail. Jumping General now with the time dilation and the Bloodright, not quite connecting with it, but they've got the Rupture on him, and General down for 100. V-Tune, he's got so much on his plate now, trying to deal with mid one. They'd have to strike and the Fatal Ball. No buyback on DK, so they do get him for 2 minutes now, but Always Wanna Fly, focused by Seb. Sumail still whacking away at the morph, with the bashes coming through. He E-Blades himself, trapped inside the Bloodright, but he waveforms back into the fountain now, and it looks like the tier 4s and the throne still alive.
Oh, they're keeping themselves. 15 gold for Queen of Pain.
Roshan in 30. Mid one walks high ground into the Ob Sentry. The Queen of Pain, big jump in. The Scream Sonic Wave nearly blowing up No Tail. They've also caught Saxa, but he blinks out after disruption. So does No Tail. Somehow the 2 rated supports get out of.
They lost vision.
For sure dying. And in the meanwhile, Always Wanna Fly is found by the Dragon Tail of mid one, TPing to Outpost, but he's kind of isolated here. Oh, V-Tune doesn't get the kill on No Tail. Jakiro blinks away yet again. They stun up Always Wanna Fly, focusing the Undying as the Void in on with the Chrono, the 2 cores. They caught out the stolen Chrono
There's
for
the
low.
time lapse.
What
Will you
can you
use it
do with
on?
it? Absolutely nothing. Where's the Weaver? No time lapse. They'd have to buy back on the Morphling. Queen of Pain's also fallen. OG with a straightforward team fight because FTM seemed completely lost.
Vision escape. Queen of Pain still saving a buyback.
Radiant structures.
No Undying for 40 seconds, and OG in a 5 versus 4.
Is under attack.
Looking for the second lane of barracks. They do get a good bit of burst onto the Dragon Knight now. Holding his BKB for that waveform forward. V-Tune jumping in, the Chrono from the Rubik. Yes, it catches a number of Radiant heroes, but the Morphling can't do damage into it. Time lapse him back. Now focusing with the Queen of Pain self-fuels. No BKB for her, she's got to blink away. Turns around, has Sonic Wave to line up, but the Blood Right will zone back FTM.
So many zoning tools from OG.
Iceberg make a ballsy play, they're smoking, they're going to move to the Roche Pit.
Yeah, put that magic wand into your backpack.
The big
It is
man, half
time.
HP. Sumail and Seb in the pit. V-Tune comes in with a stun onto the Morphling. Dragon Knight stops him in his tracks until the time-lapse back gets V-Tune out of danger. The Tombstone drops to the high ground as they try and blow up Sumail with the Sonic Wave. Not enough damage. He's Satanic up. He's healing back up and focusing all on the fly with another time-lapse. They send the Undying back to safety, but the two cores have fucked him down until the fear. The fear from the Queen of Pain. It's stopping OG from focusing the Undying. Another time-lapse. It keeps always on a fly alive a second longer, but FTM have got the big target until the disruption. Saxa saves Sumail. Time walk back up to the north. Iceberg with another fierce scream, but gonna keeps him in, but his turn with a bash. The Yule Scepter up on the quad. Mid one comes in with a Dragon Tail, but doesn't land it. Iceberg, TP, blink away. Always focused down and bounced into the ground. OG. Kill the Queen of Pain, and General will follow her into the grave. Immediate buybacks come out as Roshan.
There's still a tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. So they need to go in from the mid lane. Creeps approaching. Or just go for tier 4 towers. 50 seconds, Queen of Pain, Undying. Whew, just disappears.
Dire's middle tower.
And those time lapses are Undying are really not that good. You know, he's low
Sumail.
HP for a very long time.
Tries to get the two-man chrono. V-Tune will get back to Fountain, but OG's so strong right now. Macroplier there, No Tail zoning them all out. General time-lapses himself, but still falls. No buyback on him, and Sumail with that time walk bash clears up the Rubik. Into the Fountain they go. They are diving Lacoste with Aegis and
That's
Satanic. It is good game, well played. FTM, after a well-fought series, very, very close to taking down OG here. But the resilience of the OG boys coming out on top in the end.
A very nice series to watch. If somehow they manage to kill Faceless Void,